Hey guys, today I'm working on the truck again. The rear axle has been leaking for some time. It's a slow leak, but I'm gonna address it nonetheless. I discovered it's rear axle pinion seal that's leaking. So I just got the part and I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the job today. So step number one is you're gonna have to drain the existing fluid. Well, number one is actually for me, I decided to jack up the vehicle so I don't have the risk of rolling the car when I'm ripping out the axle nut. So you don't have to jack it up, but that's what I'm doing. Slide this underneath. Let's get started. Baby right here. Oh, look at that. Holy shit. Please check this out, guys. I only replaced the fluid like 5,000 miles ago. How is it so dirty already? I don't understand. Man, I'm glad I'm doing this today. So this is the bolt that I took out the bottom. It's got some small metal shavings right here on the magnet. So I'm gonna replace that and clean this up before you put it back on. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. So quick parts run to the store. Got some new bungee cords because my old ones are missing. Some more brake cleaner to make sure my job is done. Yeah, just to clean things up. And then I've got some grease for when I replace the bearing or the seal. And I've got a seal puller, so I shouldn't need this anymore. I've got a new utility knife because my old one's broken. And this baby to pull the bearing out. I don't know if it'll work. It's the closest thing I could find that I could rent. So let's get to work. Well, I'm very lucky today. This thing usually doesn't come off that easily. Very lucky. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I'm gonna bring you guys closer. Look at all that dirt. That's not supposed to be looking like that, guys. So that's the inner lip of that seal right there. That's the seal I'm gonna take out. That right there. Oh yeah. This is the point of no return, guys. Alright guys, here's a prime example of wasting both time and energy. So you can see here me using a chisel and a hammer tapping on one side of this freaking seal for the next 20-30 minutes and still couldn't get it in. It just wouldn't start, it wouldn't start getting in. When I tap on one side, the other side always pop out, and it would feel like it was going in, but then last minute it wouldn't go in, it would just pop back out. So a prime example of getting the right tool for the job is always worth the hassle. As you can see in the next clip, I'm gonna run to the store and get a proper socket to push this in with ease. All right, as you can see, I've got a new seal here because I tried to drive this old one in. This original new one that I had, and I dented the sides pretty bad because I didn't have this. I just bought a 2.5-inch big old socket that fits right over a new seal. I'll show you right here. Fits perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that to drive it in so I won't damage the new seal. Lesson learned, guys. Buy the right tool for the job. Okay, so this part I'm gonna fast forward through because it took me a while. Basically, I recorded the number of threads that was showing outside of the axle nut that before I took it off. There's a preload on the inside of the axle that you don't want to screw up. So you want to make sure the axle nut is torqued to the proper spec so that the preload wouldn't change and that you would be within spec. So I did use an impact, but I only used it to the extent where the same amount of threads were showing before removal. And then I tightened it up the rest of the way with a torque wrench. And now, as you can see in this next part, I'm basically using the chisel to get the indent back into the nut so that the nut wouldn't go anywhere once the installation is complete. And now I'm reversing the process of putting the reinstalling the drive shaft, torquing the drive shaft bolts to 59 foot-pound, and then refilling the rear end with fresh 80 W90 gear oil.